Welcome, friends. It is I, your ScarfVloged, and it's time for the vlog. In the background is Reinhardt footage because, well, that guide's coming, so there's a lot of footage of Reinhardt. So, background, Reinhardt. Reinhardt guide's coming along pretty well. Should be ready by Tuesday. Reinhardt versus Overwatch is going to take a bit longer. I'm hoping to get it done by the Tuesday after this Tuesday, but I don't know if I will because Comic-Con's Thursday to Sunday, and that's going to be a big chunk of my time. Like, nothing is going to happen then. Content's not going to happen. I have to make everything really fast before Comic-Con because, well, Comic-Con. That's what's happening. Comic-Con. Kamiko-Con. Reinhardt guide's looking pretty good. After him will be a support or an offense hero. I haven't decided yet which one. I just want to cycle through each role over and over and over again. Just haven't decided if I'm going to do support. And if I do a support, it will probably be maybe Lucio? Or it'll be Lucio. It'll probably be Lucio if I do support. I don't want to do Mercy just yet. And if I do offense, I don't know who it'll be. Maybe Soldier 76, just because he's like the, the beginner hero. He might be the person to be. Probably him or Pharah. Pharah does so much work, I'm considering Pharah, but 76 would be a good beginner one to go over. And Lucio's a good beginner one to go over too, because Lucio just be there and you heal everybody. Mercy, you got to do a little bit more focus. That's how I feel about it. So we'll do Lucio when he do support, and then we'll probably do 76 when we do offense. I might change my mind, we'll see. But that's likely what's going to come up in the future. Other channel stuff, new LP, Transformers, so damn fun, and another LP's coming up this week, and hopefully you all like that one. One-shots are going to be more sporadic, they're going to be bonus videos, I'm working on those. Very recent stuff, there's going to be a one-shot on Fury, there's going to be a one-shot on Fossil Echo coming up in the future, and just recent games. There's going to be one-shots from recent games, we keep getting recent games, which is unfortunate because there's some games from a while back that I want to cover, but I just keep getting newer games, so I'm like, I gotta do the new games first. And if I stop getting new games, I can go back to the older ones. Like, I still have to cover Rocket League. Like, I don't even think people care about me covering Rocket League, but I still haven't tried it out, and that'll be a good reason to try it out, is to do a one-shot. All I know is people really like Rocket League, and I don't know why. Like, it's car soccer. I've seen videos, I'm like, damn, people are way too good at this, to the point, like, I'm too intimidated to even try the game at points. But I do want to try it out for a one-shot at least, so I at least finally try it out, because everything I play has to have a reason behind it at this point, because we just play so many games and do so many videos. That's just how it is. So we'll see about that. What else channel-wise? I think that's everything channel-wise. The Patreon video from me is going to come up soon. Just going to be me doing all the old voices. I'm not sure when it's going to come out exactly because I haven't done it yet. But I want to do it before Comic-Con happens. If anyone's going to be at Comic-Con, let me know. I'm assuming no one's going to be there because, viewers from around the world. But if you are, let me know. Like, I got recognized twice. I don't expect to be recognized at all this year. Because, that's crazy. That's just crazy getting recognized. Oh, what else? I think that's all the things there. Oh, one other thing is I'm experimenting with GIFs, because GIFs are getting so popular, so I'm trying to learn how to do good with GIFs. Right now I'm doing a really bad job at GIFs, so trying to learn GIFs so I can make GIFs, and that'll be cool. Because sometimes there's just these funny clips of things that just happen. Things just happen and they're hilarious, and that's why GIFs get made, and so I want to experiment with that a little bit. And it might be fun to do. That could be pretty awesome. That's it as far as the channel. Geez, only a couple minutes in. This is going to be a short one. There isn't really a lot to talk about right now. Oh, right, yeah. Anna! I forgot about Anna somehow. They announced her. I thought they were going to announce her at Comic-Con. Instead, they announced her a week earlier. I think they were going to do Comic-Con, but then they did it a week earlier. Like, yeah, I forget. We won't hold back. Unless Sombra's going to get mentioned at Comic-Con. That could be a thing. You never know. It's Comic-Con. Big things get announced there. I'm curious what it'll be there. But Anna's pretty cool. I played her a little bit in the PTR. Because of things, we weren't able to do the PTR this time, but next time there's a PTR, we can probably go in there and do videos on it. Just things happen that we weren't able to do it. Probably also because of Comic-Con, just because it's so close by. Can't work on the PTR and then work ahead just because of things. Just so many things to be busy. But Anna's pretty cool. I like her. I like that she has a bolt-action sniper rifle. I like that a lot. I like bolt-action weapons, like in real life. My favorite weapon's bolt-action. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, shoot, reload, shoot. I enjoy that for some reason. That's something I like. And so she's using bolt-action. That's a fun weapon right there. I don't know what it is about bullets, just the casings just coming out of the gun, or just you hammering the shot in or what, but I like bolt-action for some reason. It's just got this nice feel to it. And it has a kick. Oh my god. And it's cool that she's not a headshotter. She does damage. She does 75 damage a shot. It's pretty interesting how that works. She can heal allies. She has a grenade that does the same thing. She can do damage and heal. She reduces healing. Oh no, she prevents healing, which is pretty cool on the enemies. And there's that sleeper dart. The sleeper dart is going to be frustrating as hell to get hit with, but it does have a small window of hitting. Like, it's a very small hitbox, which I appreciate that. Like, the hitboxes got adjusted, which I found interesting. The hitboxes got adjusted in PTR, and then they liked how they were, so they put them live. So the PTR, what I like about the PTR is they're testing things out, and if they like something enough, they'll put it on live. And so the hitboxes are live now, the hitboxes are different, and I like that. I like that's how they're doing the patches. I have not hated anything about the patches so far with Overwatch. I have liked them all the way through so far. I'm really liking them, I agree with them. And even if I don't agree with anything, it's nothing that makes me go, what the hell are they doing? Like, it hasn't been any of that right now. They are tuning Zenyatta some more. I think they've weakened his damage while giving him more HP. And I don't know. Like, it's nice having him be kind of a glass cannon, but at the same time, yeah, you want him to be a little survivable because he's supposed to be a healer. So I don't know. Like, he was deceptively deadly, also deceptively weak at the same time, depending on who you were. But I'm really liking Nana. I'm liking the memes with her. I really am. Overwatch has a pretty interesting community. There are some very salty and annoying people because, well, we're playing with teenagers, and teenagers can be stupid as balls. We were all teenagers once, or we are teenagers now, or we're going to be teenagers. Everyone's in that phase at some point. I was an asshole, you were an asshole, everyone's an asshole when they're teenagers. If you weren't an asshole, I'm happy for you because, oh my god, teenagers are bitches. They're not the best. Teenagers suck a lot. Not saying anyone personally, I'm just saying we've all been there, or we're gonna be there, or we were there, or we are there, I mean. That's just how teenagers are. That's just how it is. That's how I was. Let's see here. Overwatch is fun, but you just get some stupid people. And of course there's man-children, of course, older, who are still jerks and dorks and stupid. Then, that's just how it is. Anything else channel related? I think that is everything. I could go on about Overwatch a little bit more. The thing is, I want to put in like about 10 hours per hero before I do their guide, and Reinhardt I'm about 9, almost 10 hours. I got a good feel for him. May, same thing, I played a lot of her when we got to play a little bit of the closed beta, and so I had a good feel for her. And Lucio was one of the ones people I played a lot in the closed, so I know I'll play him in a lot, and then I'll do the guide on him. Of course, my concern is, the thing about Lucio is, the wall riding, I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll show the well, but I'm not going to show you just wall riding all the way across a level. That is advanced. That is not for me to explain. That is for people to figure out on their own, because that is something that, that is some pro-looking stuff. I love that stuff. I can do it a little bit. I could probably do it if I really practiced at it, but that is not something for guys. I'm going to mention it, but I'm not going to show off too much of that, because that's something you got to figure out on your own, I feel. Like, I'm going to give away, like, I give out a lot of information, but I don't want to give out everything because I want people to figure it out on their own, or just don't want them to kill themselves trying to figure it out from me telling them and then, well, screwing people over. Like, Reinhardt's charge, I mentioned that he can knock people off without killing himself, but it's in specific areas, because people are going to, if I tell them, like, you can just do that, and then maybe try to be a little more specific about it, I don't know, it might make people experiment with it, and then they're just going to fall off over and over and over again. I'd rather not be the one they blame, because you always get blamed when people do dumb things. Like, let's go ahead and break over to other things. Pokemon Go! Now we're doing real events. Pokemon Go, they got, people blame Pokemon Go for the dumbest things. Dude cheats on his girlfriend, she sees the Pokemon he's caught, and he sees the location, catches him that he's been cheating on her, and, well, now they're not together anymore, and he blames Pokemon Go. No, he's just cheating on her. That it's his fault. Person crashes their car into a tree. It's because they were playing Pokemon Go, they blame Pokemon Go. No, it's you that did Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go isn't hurting people. Stupid people are hurting themselves. Or hurting other people. That's what it is. Like, Pokemon Go is just a new thing, but people are stupid. That's just a thing that happens. You can't blame Pokemon Go for that. You gotta blame people being dumb for that. Because Pokemon Go, the first message you see is, pay attention to your surroundings. I get a feeling they have to include, don't drive and play Pokemon Go, but I feel like they don't want to do that because it should be obvious you shouldn't do that. I'm assuming that. Like, if I drive with another person, they're on Pokemon Go duty. I'm not going to look at the phone. They're looking at the phone. They're catching whatever. They're getting Pokestops. They're getting to gyms. Whatever the hell we go by, they're doing that. I'm not touching my phone. I'm not supposed to be, so I'm not going to be. I have been tempted a few times. Oh my god, like, there might be Pokemon around here, but you shouldn't do that. You're going to hit somebody. You're going to crash. It's not good. 2 freaking people walked off a cliff north of here. 2 people, 2 different people, didn't know each other at 2 different times of the day, walked off a cliff Thursday. Off a cliff! Into the ocean! I'm in San Diego. There's ocean. Right into the ocean. Twice. Well, the first day Pokemon Go came out, there was... I don't even know if that's a true story, but they were saying kid in Mexico walked off a bridge. You gotta pay attention to surroundings, and I don't even... how? Like, I know we're getting wrapped up in this thing, like, this game, it's fun. I've been doing it, but I look up all the time. This is also why the AR is there, so you can look the hell up. I am constantly looking at my phone, looking around, looking at my phone, looking around, just doing that. I'm not looking at my phone only. I know to look, check the radar, okay, what's near me, do some walking, check the radar, do that, just over and over again. I'm walking about 2 to 4 kms a day. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting some exercise here. I'm liking that. And you gotta just pay attention to your damn surroundings. You just gotta. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm liking that people are seeing the sun a little bit more. I'm liking that. And things are a little bit more social. People are talking to each other they wouldn't talk to before. But there's also antisocial at the same time. They'll have people with phones just walking by each other or sitting near each other, but they won't interact. That's still a thing, of course. But it has increased interactions with people a little bit, which is great. That's awesome. That's a good thing. Yeah, Pokemon Go. I think it's a great thing. I like it. I really like it. It's fun. I'm trying to catch them all. I'm at about 66 Pokemon. I am not near the ocean close enough to get the water Pokemon, though. Gonna go fishing tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get my ass a Squirtle. I'm gonna get my ass a Magikarp. I'm gonna get my ass 50 Magikarps. I want 50 Magikarps. I want a Horsey. I want a Shelter. So I can make a what's it called? Cloyster, right? That's what it's called, right? After Shelter's Cloyster. I want to get all 150. I want to be the very best, and no one ever was. I want to catch them all, damn it. The legendaries, though, is with a sticking point. If you have to fly to specific locations, I ain't going to be able to get them. Like, if they only have freaking Articuno here, or they only have a Mewtwo here, well, then I'm screwed. Now, if they have it all over the freaking planet in different places, then maybe I can get to it. But if they only have it in specific spots, then I'm screwed. I'm not going to be able to catch them all. Only the rich can, and that's unfortunate. Or someone with a lot of freaking flyer miles. That's a thing. You can't blame Pokemon Go. People being dumb. The thing about Pokemon Go is I knew it was going to be kind of successful. I did not know it was going to blow the hell up. I did not realize that. Because I was thinking, you know what would be great right now? Because Pokemon Go is almost here. Buying Nintendo stock would be a pretty good idea right now. You'd make a little bit of money. That's what I figured. I'm like, if I bought some stock, I'd buy like a couple stock. And the first day it goes up a little bit, and then I'd probably sell off. I would have sold off too early. Like, if I did it, I would have sold off too early because I figured it would just be a bump. I did not expect it to blow the hell up. Did not expect that. I would be kicking myself for selling too early. Nintendo stock has ballooned. This is what Nintendo do. You know this. Nintendo explodes. Everyone thinks Nintendo's gonna die. Everyone thinks Nintendo's gonna die. Everyone thinks Nintendo's gonna die. And then they blow up. Like, every, 10 years? Like, it just happens. This is Nintendo for you. Is what they do. They're making $1 bajillion right now with just their stock. Like, oh my god. They exploded. Like, what was it? 2 days ago it was 54% increase. Think about that. That's billions of dollars because of Pokemon Go. They're making 1-point-something million a day with Niantic. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. Very impressive. Very impressive numbers that Nintendo pulls, and they do this all the time. And I want to talk about the NES, the one that's $60 for 30 games. You could get an emulator, sure, but as someone who's played the original NES, I kind of want to play the original NES again. So it'd be cool to do that. I have the original NES. I don't think it works. I have not plugged it in 20 years. But I have it. But I'm not going to try. I'll just buy this thing. $60? Yeah. Well, I can't buy it now. I don't have any money. But after I get a job, I'll buy it. And then I'm like, holy crap, I can play Link again. I can play Bubble Bobble. This would be really cool. There's so many people being very cynical about it. They're like, only 30 games? And some people are like, well, maybe it was the SNES I'd buy. Like, maybe the SNES will happen later, but I don't know. And people are like, well, emulators. I'm like, yeah, emulators. But as someone who's played it before, I'd like to play it like that again. And as someone... Like, I'd say to those who've never played the NES, well, now's your chance to check out the NES. You're not going to like the controls, maybe, but you get to see what it was like, which is an interesting thing. I'm only $60 for 30 games that are amazing. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Speaking of, you can't blame this. You can only just blame people being dumb. I saw the corn drill challenge, and I can't believe it's real. Like, some dude, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Some dude, he just put corn on a drill, and he turned on the drill, and he ate the whole corn through the drill. Like, with the drill. Like, he put his mouth in the corn and just ate it all. And it was like, okay, that's nuts, okay. And then you see these people who tried to do it, and, oh my god! Some dude did it, and his 2 front teeth got knocked right out of his fucking mouth. Like, there's no way to put it. Another dude, no, this chick, her hair got ripped out of her head. Like, she lost a chunk of her hair. She is bald in a spot. It's a drill, people! It's a drill. Like, they were doing a drill, and her hair got stuck in it. It's a drill! It's a power tool! What is wrong with you people? Holy shit! Even to the guy who did it in the first place. Are you kidding me? Why would you do something that stupid? Like, what? It's part of just the culture now where it's like, okay, someone did something, let's all try doing it. And it's like, some of these are dumb to do, and that's one of them. Like, the cinnamon challenge was dumb. It was all about schadenfreude with the cinnamon challenge. It is, let's see people just do the cinnamon challenge and just see they're not overacting, but how badly they react to it, and everyone's just gonna laugh and enjoy the schadenfreude from that. That's what the cinnamon challenge was. That's what the freaking, what was it, ALS or LS? Can't remember the right acronym on that one. With the water dunking, like, that was just schadenfreude. It's like, oh my god, that's cool. Like, that was a lot more innocent though. It could mess you up a little bit as far as your immune system temporarily, depending on how cold you've made the damn water. But that's more like all well and good. That's all well and fun and all that. Just like the Harlem Shake, that's all well and good. That's just fun. But a goddamn power tool with a freaking corn, like, you gotta be kidding me. That's stupid. That is too stupid. Too stupid. Just too stupid. Too stupid. Broke me. Speaking of breaking me, I have said all this stuff because we gotta talk about, at least briefly, about France. France broke me. Every time a tragedy happens, I always say we shouldn't give in to despair, we shouldn't give in to hatred, we shouldn't give in to all these things. We should mourn what happened, we should be unhappy about what happened, and we need to move on and keep going with our lives. It doesn't mean ignore it, though. It means just move on, and if we can do anything to help the world, then we should. But we should not let it destroy us. But it got me down. I was down on Thursday because I could not... it just keeps... Too many tragedies are happening already, but because that was part of it, but it's also just what it was. People celebrating Bastille Day, a goddamn truck goes through and just kills people. Just mess of a person just goes through, kills a bunch of people, and he's gonna try to kill more and he gets gunned down. It's like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. And it's just so frustrating that happened, and I just could not move. I was paralyzed emotionally. I couldn't do anything for a little bit, and then eventually I shook out of it and I just went back to doing content, but I was just so distraught. And then just looking at Twitter, I was just so disgusted with some of the reactions. And this is what I'm disgusted with. That is the people who are of the belief that we are in a religious war. Islam is made up of billions of people. And a very small number, not even 1%, because 1% of 2 billion would be 2 million. 20 million. But 20 million is like 20 times, 100. So yeah, just add 2 more zeros. So let's see. 20 plus 200. Yeah, 2 billion. Yeah. 20 million. There is not 20 million members of ISIS or any of the other groups. No, less than 1% of this gigantic group of a religion are being shitheads. You cannot blame an entire religion for less than 1% of them being shitheads. It is like blaming all of Catholicism for those assholes who were freaking being pedophiles and doing stuff to children. You cannot blame the entire religion for that. You can be really frustrated with that, especially because, as far as you know, the Pope did know about it, and he either didn't do anything about it or he covered it up, which is horrible. And you can be mad at the structure of Catholicism, but you could not be mad at the people who just practice the religion. You can't be. They're not all about that. Trying to make it a race war with Islam is stupid at best. It's suicidal at worst. Because we should not be trying to have a goddamn race war. Why? Why would we try to do that? Last I checked, they're at about, 2 billion? 2 billion Islam? And then Christianity's at about, 2-something billion? And it's going to overtake Christianity. And that doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. I'm born and raised a Catholic. I'll probably die a Catholic, but I've been pretty agnostic these days. But I don't care. as long as the teachings are not that are good, like there's some good teaching in Islam, some bad teaching in Islam. There's some good teaching in Christianity, there's some bad teachings in Christianity. Good, bad in Judaism, good, bad in just all these goddamn religions. Good and bad in even Buddhism has some stupid shit in there. I'm just pissing everyone off here. But you don't want a real freaking religious war. Because we're all dead. We're all freaking dead if there's a religious war. What is wrong with you people? I am more frustrated with people thinking there should be a freaking religious war than I am with the terrorists on that one, because that is making them win, because the terrorists want the goddamn religious war. And some stupid people want a goddamn religious war. And it is a goddamn religious war if it happens. Because goddamn it, that should not happen. We're all dead. We are all dead if that ever happens. I don't think it ever will, because there's enough sane people out there to make it not happen. There are, 7, 8 billion of us right now? I'm of the belief that maybe 1%, which is, 80 million, that's still a lot of people. It's probably a lot more than that. Who knows? But, you gotta be kidding me. France right now is going through 3 days of mourning. It's unfortunate. It's horrible. It's awful. I remember 9/11. I remember seeing the planes. For some reason, I liked watching CNN when I was a kid. So I watched CNN that morning and I saw the planes hit. I'm like, fuck. And it didn't completely register. I was like, I can't remember how old I was. I was just a kid. I think I was 14, actually. 14 or 15. Nah, I just aged myself right there. I was 14 or 15. It was a year after I lost my mom. She wasn't alive to see 9/11. Just, fuck. 9/11 was a terrible thing. We spent 10 years remembering it? At this point, it's an afterthought. Unfortunately, things like that are an afterthought. But France right now is going through it. They just had freaking... It was November, wasn't it? Now it's this? It's terrible. And it beats you down, seeing all this shit over and over and over. But the reaction isn't, oh, let's go kill more people. Now, I do understand why people are gravitating to the right on this, because they're actually saying they have a plan. Their plan is, kill the terrorists. Ban Muslims. They have a plan. While the Democratic side, what are they really saying is well, this is terrible, and we're going to pray. Yeah, we should do, yeah, that's a thing, yeah. But what are we going to do about this? And we're going to talk this out? We're just going to try to keep going after ISIS? Because the problem is, because the Democrats have had to deal with the aftermath of the Bush administration. They've had to deal with all this crap. ISIS comes out of that. If it was John McCain being the president, he'd have to have dealt with it. He'd have to have dealt with the economy going where it went. And we would have seen things differently. How would the Republicans have dealt with that? Because it's all just... The entire Obama administration was having to deal with the aftermath of the Bush administration. And whoever comes next is dealing with the aftermath of what Obama tried to do. Because it's not over. We're still in Afghanistan. We're still over there. We're still stuck in all these things. ISIS is here. Right before France happened in November, we thought ISIS was getting contained. And no, we were wrong. ISIS is still doing things. And you can't just go in there and just bomb the Middle East, because that's stupid as hell. Are you kidding me? There's all these innocents in there. And that's what makes it so hard about just taking out ISIS. You got ISIS, and then you've got people that they are radicalizing, and people that are just hostages there. You got to go in there and be surgical about it. You can't just kill them all. We could just kill them all. And that'll just create a new problem. And then another problem. And it's always going to be maybe a new problem. And you get why... We're trying to be more, the Democratic side's trying to be more careful, more diplomatic about it, because that is how they feel is the answer to it. And then the Republican side is, the answer is just kill them all. And that is the more visceral answer. That is the more immediate answer that people will feel, especially in hatred. And that's why people are gravitating towards the right. But it's still stupid as hell. We're in a very unfortunate situation. Hillary should have been in trouble for the emails. That would win the presidency for any Republican alone, but because it's Trump, it does not guarantee his victory. And so it's a very frustrating election coming up. And people want a third party. I want 4 parties, because I think a third party will just lose it for the Democrats. If we see 4 parties, then that breaks it wide open, because it's a potential of people coming from the Republican side. Because honestly, yeah, if there's a third party, you'll lose a lot of the Democrats to the third party, I feel. A lot more than you lose Republicans to the third party. So it ends up being a Trump win. But I don't want a Trump win. A frustrating thing is, someone said it as an object, but it is true. We're in the post-truth era. Truth doesn't matter anymore. It is whatever reality you can create for yourself. Even when you get caught in your lies, you can still be successful. Trump has proven that. We all know that. We see plenty of things go how Trump is full of shit about this, Trump is full of shit about that. He's full of shit about all these things. And Hillary can be full of shit about all these things too. And still, he's got a ton of supporters. And still, Hillary's got a ton of supporters. Everyone's got a ton of supporters. You can be so messed up and you can still have a bunch of supporters as long as you are this confident person who just talks big, acts big. You got people who believe you're big, and you're set. We've seen that with personalities. We've seen that here in politics. We've seen that all over the place, and it is frustrating. But that is the world we live in, and I keep wondering to myself, should I be trying to do that? And of course I will not. As much as I want the fame and the money and all that stuff, I can't do that because that is not who I am. I can be that character, and that's kind of what Chad Gaming is, but I couldn't do that 24/7. Holy crap. I can try, because I like doing characters. Making Chad a bigger character would be an interesting thing to do, but I just couldn't do that, like, just as that. I couldn't swallow that. And that's just me being real with myself on that. I don't know if there's going to be a vlog next week because of Comic-Con, Comic-Con. If there is one, it'll be late for sure, because I'm going to be gone early morning every day. Yeah. And I wish it was more established, because I still don't have a job. 5 degrees, 5 certificates. I have all these things, but still no jobs, because right now the work isn't there yet, but it's apparently coming in the fall. There's going to start being job openings, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll just keep going to school while waiting for that to open up, because right now in the summer there's no jobs apparently. That's what my dad's telling me, because he's in the industry. So jobs are coming, hopefully, so I can get in there. I'll be making less content, but I'll be in the workforce, and I can afford to do bigger and better things. I can finally afford to do those giveaways, do all these things. I'd like it that I make a swag bag from Comic-Con and then I can mail it to someone anywhere in the world. I can't afford to do that yet. I would love to be able to do that, but I can't do it yet. That frustrates me. And again, in August, late August, there will be a vlog where I'm just going to air everything I feel about where I am. I keep building this thing up for some reason, but I think it's just because it's on my head, it's on my mind, because I keep thinking about it. But it's because it's kind of a big deal, what it is. But that's enough for this vlog right here, and that was a lot of stuff. And yeah, it is unfortunate what happened in France, and we can't let it make us dumb. Let us be dumb. And when we can't do, like, things like, can't do nothing, but sometimes you can only do nothing. I'm not a soldier. I'm not a freaking CIA guy, or not FBI. CIA would be the ones looking into all that. I'm not in the cabinet. I'm not in politics. I'm not in anything that can actually do anything about ISIS or about terrorism. All I can do is be good to those around me. Because some of these people are, of course, people who have just been treated badly, and this is the only group that was good to them. That is a thing. That's a thing that happens a lot in gang recruitment in prisons. And it does the same thing with this as well. There are prisoners, like they're in jail, they're in prison, and then they get radicalized there. That stuff does happen. People gravitate to a group that accepts them or does something that they can believe in. That is something that happens. We have to become something greater, something people to believe in. Just better humanity. Treating each other better is a way there. It won't work for everyone, because some people are the Joker. But making less Jokers out there before they can even become that, that's possible. I truly believe that. Alright, there you go. That right there is the vlog. I talked a lot. Hope you had fun listening and watching Reinhardt. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun to come by, and see you next time.
This is not over. my friend.
We must guard the objective.
Defend the objective! Anyone want some barbecue? Double kill.
Justice reigns from above.
Still kicking.
Retire, ready to roll! Anyone want some barbecue?
This is not over.
60 seconds.
Thank you.
30 seconds remaining.
Barrier activate. They have come to claim what is ours. Don't let them.
10 seconds remaining.
It's nearly over. Keep up our defense.
We're losing the objective. Feel my power.
Helden sterben nicht.
Have your attention yet.
Victory. Play of the game.